Hi, Year 9. This is a quick video to show you how to draw this box. I'll show you how to draw the carcass and the lid, but you will get better marks if you draw the lid that you designed in class, okay? This is just the standard block. Let me just turn off the lid. Okay, so we'll draw this up, and then when you draw your lid, it'll be better if you draw yours to the design you've made in the workshop and that you've shown on your hand sketches as well. Okay, so in drawing this box, starting out, you want to create sketch, and we're going to draw it from the front view, and then our drawing tools come up. So we want rectangle. We're going to start on the origin, click, move your mouse in the direction it wants the blue dimension first, which is 70, tab, and the length of our box 240, enter. Okay, just going to zoom out. Mine's a 2-finger pinch on my trackpad, and E for extrude. Click on the face, click, and I'm going to type in 19 for the thickness of our timber. Now I use this orbit down here because I find if I use the cube that sometimes it gets stuck. And there's our first piece of timber. Now we're going to draw our rebates in, so sketch, the top face, zoom in, and I'm going to draw a rectangle from this top corner here. It'll snap to it there, click, move, type, it's 9.5 down, tab, and it's 19 mil in, enter. Same from the other end. Click, move this way, type 9.5 for that blue dimension, tab, that one there is 19, enter, E on the keyboard, and I want that one and that one. I'm going to orbit my screen so I can see the arrow. Orbit. Escape. Whoop. I'm going to click E again. There we are. Select that one, drag it down. And so it's minus 70. Enter. Okay, there's the front of our box done. The back piece is identical, so right click, move, copy. It's not faces, we want the whole body. Selection, this. Move type, it's just going to be a translate, which means slide, and I'm going to create a copy at the same time. Okay, so I can just grab an arrow here, drag that one out there, and I want to spin this around. So now I'm going to come back to move type and click rotate. And now it says, which axis do you want to spin it around? It should be X. So if I click on that line, there you go. Spin him that way, 180, enter. Okay, front and back done. Let's do the side. So from the side view there, rectangle, anywhere on the screen, click, move, type. The height of our box 70, tab, and the length of this piece is 121, enter, extrude. I'll just zoom in and pan in around. And click, move, and type 19, enter. Okay, it's the same as the other side. Move, copy, the whole body, selection, this one, move type, translate, create a copy at the same time, drag that arrow. Okay, done. There's the 4 sides of our boxes. While I'm here, I'm going to draw the ply base, and I'm going to do that from the top view. Now I want to try and get that other. It's kind of flashing there for a hot second. So I'm going to orbit. There I go. Escape my orbit tool. Click on that face there. Beautiful. Okay, over here somewhere, out of the way. The width of the ply is 121. Tab. And the length is 221 for the ply base. Enter. E for extrude. Arrow's already up. 3. Enter. Just going to click the house. There's all the pieces of my box carcass. I'm going to put this together now. Okay, so right click. Actually, we'll try something different. If it doesn't work, I'll revert to this way. We have the option here, joint. Okay, we're just going to try this for a minute. You can actually, and there are 2 more components to assemble. Okay, let's go to the bodies folder. Right click, create components from bodies. Okay, it's converted them all to components. And when I click joint now, let's just try this out. Okay, so what I'm going to zoom in and show you is the orientation of my little cursor. So if I put it on this face, the circles are facing down. So look at the green and the red axes. They're flat on the surface, and the blue's pointing up to the sky. Okay. I can go to this point, it's still doing that, but if I move slightly, see it spins that way. We've got to be really careful. So I'm going to try and get it so it's flat on the face. And I think there is a trick to it. I think you hold, no, not shift. Yes, okay, so I've got it oriented the way I want. If I hold command and I move my mouse, its orientation never changes. So I'm going to click, I've got command held. I'm going to click on that point there. It's selected. Component 2, where am I lining that point up to? It's going to go to here, but I've got to get it face down as well. So I'm holding command here while my orientation's right, and I'm clicking over here. Not what I expected. Why did it flip? There we go, flip. Boom. It's very strange that it did a flip there. There's probably a reason. But we'll just turn flip off each time. Click OK. Let's try it on the next one. I'm going to spin the screen. There we go. So I can see the 2 points that I'm going to work with. Escape. Okay, joint. So I'm going to zoom in. Okay, I'm holding command to keep the orientation of my cursor right. Click. And I want it to line up on this face. Here. Yeah, it's weird. Angle 90. I don't know why it defaults to that, but we'll just click flip again and click OK. We'll learn why later. Let's move this one in. So that orientation, whoops, hold command. This point here, I'll be able to line up with that point there. Well, that one worked nicely. And click OK. Looks good. Click the house. All right, so we've used the joint tool to put those together. And now I'm going to use my move tool to place this. Okay, I'm going to spin or orbit my drawer into the underneath view. And I'm just going to take a quick measurement. So I know that I drew this at 221. I'm going to take a measurement from here to here, and I've got a distance of 202. So the distance there, difference is 19. So double checking, we had 221. That measurement there was 202. Yeah, 19. And if I divide that by 2, 9.5 is how far it would need to move. Okay, cool. So right click on the base, move copy. It's not a face, we want the body. Selection, we want the whole thing. And this time our move type, we're going to go point to start with. Our origin point, we want to move from the very bottom of our ply over to, just to start with, this base corner in here. Okay, now we're going to go translate, and when I grab this arrow, it's going to tell me X, Y, or Z, which one I'm playing with. So I'm going to move it this way, and it was X, and I need to make this minus 9.5. Okay, my next arrow is this one, and I'm going to move that one, which was Y, minus 9.5 as well. Okay, and then this one should be Z, and I'm going to move him up. I may as well make that 9.5 as well. Okay, click OK. That's put it, just as we've built it, up a little off the ground, and it goes into these 4 pieces. So we just have to show that. So I'm going to hit the house, Yeah, it's hard to tell at the moment, but there's no groove in these 4 pieces for that to sit on. So let me prove that to you. I'm just going to hide the base. There's no groove there, but in a few clicks there will be. So there's a tool here called Combine. We're going to use this one. Here it pops up, the target body. So target body means which piece am I going to cut into? This one. Based on what body? This one. Our operation can either be a join, a cut, or an intersect. We're going to do a cut, and we're going to go keep tool and go OK. Now it's put a solid black line along here. If I hide my base, you can now see it cut a groove on it where it was intersecting, I guess. So we're going to repeat that for each of the sides. Combine, target, this one based off this one. It's a cut, keep is on, and click OK. That's done too. Let's do this one over here. Combine, target body, this one based off this one, cut and keep, OK. And last one, target body, this one based off this one. It's a cut, keep, OK. Now if I turn my base off and I orbit my drawing around, you'll see the groove in there the whole way around. Done. Okay. Turn that back on. We're going to put our dowels in. So I'm just going to zoom out a little. You know what? Let's put an appearance on this while it's like this. So click A on your keyboard for appearance. It'll have in this design, and I've only got that steel satin look on it. In the library, open. It might look like this for you, so open it up. You should be able to go down to wood or solid. One click to open, and you've got lots of choices here. So I'm just going to choose pine because that's what we've made ours out of. I have to download mine. And once it's downloaded, okay, you can click and drag it onto each piece. This is what I was trying to show you in class that time. The grain's running upwards. We should be able to turn that around. So if I right click on here, cancel. There we go. I want this big long list. Texture map controls. It's selected. Projection type planar. Axes. I want it to run along that way. And now the grain's going the right way. Click OK. All right. Now I'm going to put the appearance on each of the other pieces. It's already in this design. Click and drag. Click and drag. Click and drag. And on the bottom one too. Okay, so now I'm going to spend some time fixing my grain directions. So that one's running the right way, but the top one isn't. Right click, texture map, selection, this one, planar, running along that plane. And now they're both right. Okay, I'm going to orbit, escape, right click, texture map, planar, along that edge. Okay. Escape, right click, texture map, planar, along that edge. Done. Now the base doesn't really matter. We weren't that pedantic about it in the project, but your grain should always run along the longest edge. So I'm just going to go right click, texture map, planar, and pick the long edge. Click OK. Home. There we go. Let's draw the dowels. Sketch. I'm going to zoom right out and pick the front view. I'll zoom back in because they're quite tiny. Circle, click, move, type it. Wants a diameter. Ours are 8. Enter, E for extrude, and we're drawing these 40 millimeters long. Enter. I'm going to spin, so orbit, and I'm going to put my appearance on here now. Sorry, my bad. A for appearance, and I'm just going to pick a darker color. I'm going to put walnut on it. Doesn't really matter what you choose. And click and move. Pretty. Now the grain direction doesn't really matter on this because they're going to go into our job and you'll only see the circle face. Okay, so we are going to duplicate this so that we've got 4 for the front, 4 for the back. So we need 8 all up, and we can do that in the create menu, and we can do it under pattern, and we're just going to do a rectangular pattern. So type rectangular, object type, he is currently a body. Yep. Object, select this one. Axes, let's just pick one running acrossways. And when I drag this out, I've got 3 here. So this number here, I can just type in 8 and spread them out. Axis number 2, we just go 1 and click OK. There we go. There's 8 with a quick way to do a copy paste, which is really just using the pattern, rectangular pattern. Okay, now we're going to move each of these into place. So right click, move copy, body, select that one. We're going to do a point to point. Now see, I've got my cursor on the circle and I'm right in the center because I can see that little plus has come up. So I'm going to click there, and my target point to start with is that corner there. Now see, the little dot is facing on the face. If I move it slightly, it's spinning so it's on the other face. I want it so it's on that face there. Click, and now I'm going to go translate, and Z is going to be the downwards, which is going to be 15 mil down. Oops, sorry. Down means minus. 15 mil down. And I'm going to move it on the X 9.5. So it's right in the middle of that piece of timber that it's going to be running into. Click OK. So if I look at this from the front view, it's right in line. Okay. Even if I click there, there you go. You can see it's lined up through here. Let's do the next one. Right click, move copy, the whole body. So that one, from point to point, middle of the circle. We want that blue dot facing us, and then we're going to do a translate. So up is Z, and it is up this time, so it's 15. And across to the right is X, and it's going to be 9.5. Enter. Now again, it's just sitting there. It hasn't drilled the hole in there for us, so let's do that. So combine, target body is this one based off that one and that one. Okay, it's a cut, a keep, and okay. There we go. So that's drilled the hole in this front piece. So if I hide body 6 and body 7, you'll see it's drilled the hole in here for us. Okay, but it hasn't drilled the hole into this piece. So we'll do that. So I'm going to turn that back on. Do combine again. Target body is this one this time, based off that one and that one. Okay, it's on cut and keep and okay. Now it's drilled the hole into that one as well. So if I hide that one, and I hide that component, you'll see it's drilled the hole into that piece as well. So I'll just turn those back on now. Okay, so we'll go around and place the other 6. Move copy, bodies, point to point, right in the middle of the circle. I want it to line up with, just going to zoom in there. And now I'm going to use translate, which means slide, and X is moving back towards the origin, so it'll be minus 9.5. And we're going to move him down on the Z. So down is a minus, so minus 15. Enter. Grab the next one. Right click, move copy. Body, got the whole thing. We'll go point to point. Center of the circle. Zoom in. That one. Translate. X back towards the origin, so minus 9.5, and up on the Z will be 15. Enter. Let's do our little combine trick. Target body is going to be this one first, based off these two. Cut and keep. And now I've got to drill it into this one. So combine, target body this one, based off this one and this one. Whoops, made a mistake. So I'm just going to click off that. The target body is correct. Tool body, that one. Wait for it. It is not liking it. I might have to just spin around a little. Okay, escape my orbit tool. It's not liking it. I'll just do one at a time. Okay. Combine, target body, this one. There we go. Based off that one. Click OK. That's done. Just going to spin him around now. So orbit down here. Escape my orbit tool. Right click, move copy. Body's one selected. That's in the way. Alright, done. Move type point to point. There. There. Translate. Okay, it's on the X. And that's going to be 9.5. And we're going to drop him down on the Z. 15. Oops, down. Minus 15. That's better. Enter. Done. Next one. Move copy. Bodies. Got it. Point to point. Middle of the circle. To over here. Make sure that circle, the dot is facing the right way. Move type, translate. We're going to go on the Z. Sorry, X. 9.5. And up on the Z. 15. Enter. We'll do our combine trick again. Target body this one, based off that one and that one. Click OK. And now into this piece. Oh, I've just noticed my grain's running the wrong way on this one. I'll fix that in a second. Target body this one. Tools. So it's based off that one and that one. Click OK. Right, I'm just going to quickly fix this grain. Right click. Texture map control. Planar. That one. Alright, two more to place. Right click, move copy. Point to point, middle of the circle. Whoop, that way. Translate. So we're going to slide that on the Z. Minus 9.5. And I'm going to drop him down on the Z. So down is a minus number, minus 15. Enter, last one. Right click, move copy. It's a body, got it, point to point, center of the circle, over to here. Move it across to translate on the Z. Minus 9.5. Z. 15. Enter. Let's combine those. Target body this one, based off that one and that one. Click OK. Into this one now. Combine target body this one, based off that one and that one. Enter. Okay, flipped him back around. That's our box done. The last thing to draw on there is your lid. Now the standard lid design was just a big block, but please have a go at designing your own lid the way you made it in class. So create sketch, I'm just going to zoom right out so I can draw it from the top down. So the standard one, which you're allowed to change, just looked like this. It was 140, tab 240, enter, extrude, 35, enter. That was him there. I'm going to throw my pine appearance on him. And of course it went on the wrong way. So right click, texture map control, planar. I want it along that edge. Done. Okay. And I can join him onto there. So let's use that join tool again after I've converted my bodies to components. And I can go join. Just going to move my screen so I can see that point there and that point there. Okay, so that one to that one. Yep, happy with that. And I'm going to go okay. Now, I'm happy for you to just take a screenshot of this and put it in your folio. But I would like for you to take a screenshot of your whole screen, please, so that it's getting your initials in the photo. Okay, I just want to make sure people aren't copy and pasting it and sending it to each other. So take a screenshot of your whole screen for your folio. If I suspect people are sharing their designs with each other, both people will get 0 and both people will have to redo it to show me they did it. Okay, hopefully that video helps you draw your box.